Hello everyone, welcome to the session. Let's wait for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in and then we start off. All right? Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Hi Devi, how are you? Welcome to the session. Let's wait for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in and then we start. All right? Come on, everyone join in. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let everyone come in. Yes, Devi, just 2 more minutes. Okay? Where are you from? When is your attempt, Devi? Okay, just another minute. Yeah. All right, nice. Hi, Arun, how are you? Welcome to the session. Let's wait for 1 more minute and then we start off. Okay? Nice, Devi, you're from Delhi. Nice. When is your attempt? Devi, Arun, when is your attempt? Today we're talking about business and commercial knowledge, business organizations. Okay, that's the topic we will be covering. Okay? Just 30 seconds more and then we start off. May, all right. What about you, Devi? May attempt? First attempt in May. Okay, Let's start off. Okay, welcome to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform that provides to you a world of courses, resources, content, live and recorded sessions to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. And also I'd like to welcome you to Crack CA Exams with us, which is a vertical and channel of Unacademy, which helps you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations by providing top educators, quality content, and overall a great learning experience. So come, let's crack CA exams with Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. Welcome to the session today. Before we proceed, let's have a brief introduction about the educator today. Hello, I'm Prathik Gupta. I am a Bachelor of Commerce from Christ College, Bangalore University. I am an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I am an associate member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, an associate member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and also a law graduate from Karnataka State Law University. I'm currently a practicing chartered accountant and also a visiting faculty for CA subjects and an educator for CA students both offline and online. Prior to starting on my own, I worked with SR Bartley Boy and Associates, that is the Indian member firm of Ernst & Young Global in the Audit and Assurance Department. Then I went on to work with Ernst & Young India in the Mergers and Acquisitions Department. And then finally I went on to work with the Manipal Group in Bangalore as the corporate controller of their German entity, German subsidiary located in Frankfurt, Germany. And it was only after I got back from Frankfurt, Germany that I decided to start something on my own. And that also gave me an opportunity to become an educator, which in turn has given me this opportunity today to be able to take this session for you young, bright and enthusiastic CA aspirants. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I hope you find the session useful. Anytime during the session, in case you have any questions, queries, observations or discussions to be made, please do not hesitate to drop in a line and I will take up the matter for problem solving or for discussion purposes as the case may be as soon as possible. Okay, now, just 1 second. Okay, I'd also like to draw your attention to my name, which is Prathik. It's Prathik with an H. So why I'm insisting and stressing on my name is because a lot of people miss the H in my name and misspell my name, because of which they are unable to find my numerous sessions on YouTube channel of Unacademy, as well as the Unacademy learning app in the form of special classes. So with this name, that is Prathik Gupta, you can look me up on the YouTube channel of Unacademy as well as the Unacademy learning app to find my hundreds of hours of sessions that I've taken there on both these platforms, that is the YouTube platform as well as the Unacademy learning app. Okay, so I hope you can make use of all the sessions, and after going through them, if you have any questions, you can always come back to me. Now, like I told you, Unacademy caters to you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination through 3 platforms, that is YouTube, Special Class and Plus platform. YouTube and Special Classes are absolutely free of cost, but they provide you enormous amount of value and resources to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. YouTube is what you're watching right now, where you just need to go to the YouTube channel, type in Prathik Gupta, Prathik, and you'll see my hundreds of hours of sessions that are there, which you can make use of. Special classes are also absolutely free of cost, but they provide you enormous amount of value to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. Okay. Okay, and the Plus course, the Plus platform of Unacademy is the premium platform of Unacademy, which is a payment-based subscription model and which provides various subscription packages for the various examinations. So in this slide, I will tell you why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform as soon as possible. The first reason is because of the daily live classes. The reason why I encourage and recommend you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the daily live classes that it provides, where you get to chat with your educator, engage in discussions, ask your doubts and answer polls. All this while the class is going on. Yes, you heard it right. All this while the class is going on. You do not need to wait for the end of the class. You do not need to wait for a couple of hours after the class. You do not need to wait for a couple of days after the class, or you do not need to wait for the weekend after the class, or you do not need to wait to fix up an appointment with your educator. You can clear your doubts and have discussions with your educator right then and there on real-time basis as and when your class is going on. The second reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the live tests and quizzes it conducts on a regular and periodic basis, which helps you in evaluation of your preparation and also get a detailed analysis of your performance. Now you might wonder, why is this evaluation of preparation and detailed analysis of your performance really important? So let me tell you that Devi, my code is, can you just give me, Devi, can you give me 2 minutes? The next slide is about my code. Anyway, my code is Prathik. Okay? Prathik. You can use this code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10%. Devi? Alright? You can use that code. Alright. So whenever you're preparing for a professional examination, it is very important for you to stop and take a stock of your preparation from time to time, to know which areas, to know how well you're prepared, what more preparations you want, which areas you're well prepared, which areas you require more preparation, and which areas you might require external help. So basically, the Plus platform of Unacademy helps to break down your preparation into 3 areas, that is your strong areas, your not so strong areas, and your weak areas, so that whatever limited time you have, you can use that time accordingly on those 3 areas, in the sense, more time on your weak areas, a little lesser time on your not so strong areas, and less time on your strong areas, until a time when your weak areas and your not so strong areas eventually become your strong areas. Thereby, the Plus platform of Unacademy ensures minimum wastage of your precious time and maximum utilization of your limited preparation time. The third reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the structured courses it provides, as all our courses are structured in line with your exam syllabus to help you best prepare for it, which simply means that all the Plus courses on the Plus platform of Unacademy are prepared keeping in mind your exam syllabus, so that once you complete a Plus course on the Plus platform, you can rest assured that you have completed the syllabus of your examination without missing out on any important or major point. And lastly, and most importantly, why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the unlimited access it provides, as the one subscription gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, which simply means the one subscription to the Plus platform of Unacademy gets you access to all the live and recorded courses, that is, the live and recorded special classes, the live and recorded Plus courses, which you can watch from the comfort of any of your devices, which means you can watch it from your mobile phone, laptop, tablet, or your desktop, as the case may be, without any restrictions. You can also view all these live and recorded sessions 24/7 without any timing restrictions like 10 to 4, 10 to 5, 10 to 6. No, there are no restrictions like that whatsoever. Whenever you want to study 24/7, you can just pull out your mobile phones, log into the Unacademy Learning app, and start your preparations. And another feature is you can view these live and recorded sessions from any location. No matter whether you're at home, whether you're in office, whether you're college, or you're traveling from home to office, college, or from office, college to home, or you're waiting for someone for a meeting, or you are in your native place, or you're on a vacation and you want to refer something, or you want to study something, you can simply pull out your mobile phones, log into the Unacademy Learning app, and start your preparations. All you require is a good internet connection or data plan, which all of us are blessed with today. So keeping all these points in mind, and these advantages in mind, among many others, I strongly recommend and encourage you to become strongly recommend you to become a part of the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible, in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. Please take a minute, go through this, and then we proceed. Yes, Devi, tell me, how can I help you? You want my suggestion on what, Devi? Tell me, how can I help you? Let me know, please. Take a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Please take a minute. Any questions, please ask. Devi, if you have any questions, if there's any way I can help you, please let me know. You want my personal suggestions about what? Okay, then in the previous slide you heard me say a lot about live and recorded special classes, live and recorded plus courses. So you might be wondering, where are those live and recorded sessions available? So let me tell you that they are available on an app known as the Unacademy Learning app. So for all of you who have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app and are using it, I thank you very much, and I request your support in the future as well. And for those of you who have not yet downloaded the Unacademy Learning app, I request you to download the Unacademy Learning app from your Play Store on your mobile phone. Install the Unacademy Learning app on your phones. Put in your mobile number where you will get an OTP, and using that OTP you can register on the Unacademy Learning app. It is as simple as this, with no lengthy or complicated procedures. So now you might be wondering, okay, you have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app, you have installed it on your phones, you've registered on it using your mobile number and OTP. So what's next? So let me tell you that the Unacademy Learning app gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes that Unacademy has to offer to you, to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. And it also gives you access to all the live and recorded plus courses that Unacademy has to offer to you in order to help you to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. So keeping these points in mind, I request you to download the Unacademy Learning app on your phones, install it, put in your mobile number where you will get an OTP, and using that mobile number and OTP you can register on the Unacademy Learning app. And also, so that you can make use of the world of resources that Unacademy has to offer to you to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. I also request you to spread the word around to help the people around you download and install the Unacademy Learning app on their phones. Help them register on it using their mobile number and OTP, so that they too can make use of the world of resources that Unacademy has to offer to you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. Please take about 30 seconds, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Okay, now, like I told you, the Plus platform of Unacademy is the premium platform of Unacademy. That is a payment-based subscription model, and which provides various subscription packages. So the subscription packages for the CA Foundation and Intermediate courses provided by the Plus platform of Unacademy are as follows. The packages provided are for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months and 24 months. The 1 month package costs you rupees 3,500. The 3 month package costs you rupees 8,750. The 6 month package costs you rupees 14,000. The 12 months package costs you rupees 17,500, and the 24 months package costs you rupees 21,000. Now please remember, all these are the listed price of the packages. So before you make the payment for the package of your choice, please do not forget to use the code Prathik, Prathik, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. I repeat, please do not forget to use the code Prathik, Prathik, that's me, to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. So the after discount price of the various packages are as follows. The 1 month package will cost you rupees 3,150. 3 month package will cost you rupees 7,875. 6 months package will cost you rupees 12,600. The 12 months package will cost you rupees 15,750. And the 24 months package will cost you rupees 18,900 only. So there you see, instantly you get a discount of savings of 10% when you use my code Prathik. Now I personally recommend and suggest you to start with the 12 months or 24 months packages for the following two reasons. Firstly, it is cost effective. If you compare the 1 month package cost with the per month cost of the 12 months and 24 months package, you will see that you're getting great cost savings almost immediately. And secondly, and most importantly, since the CA Foundation and intermediate courses are provided to you in one package, that is your 12 months or 24 months package, a 12 months or 24 months package will be highly beneficial to you because it covers the duration of both your courses, that is the CA Foundation and the intermediate examination, okay, which normally take a minimum of about 12 months for you to study and clear. And if you're getting a package that is 12 months or 24 months, that covers the entire duration of both your courses, that is the CA Foundation and intermediate thing, at a very cost effective price. I think that is a very good deal. But having said this, you're free to choose the package of your choice. But before you make the payment, please do not forget to use the code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. I repeat, please do not forget to use the code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. You can also make use of the no cost EMI option available for the 6 months, 12 months and 24 months payment packages, just in case you do not wish to make the entire payment at one shot. The payment options available to you are debit card, net banking and credit card. And also all the coins that you've accumulated by watching the special classes can be redeemed while making the payment for the Plus course. So keeping all these advantages in mind, these packages, these discounts in mind, and also the advantages I told you a couple of slides earlier in mind, I strongly suggest and recommend you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and intermediate examinations. Alright, please take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Anyone, any questions, please ask me. Please take a minute more. Any questions, please ask. क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है देवी, बताइए. You can use net banking, debit card or credit card, and you can use my code Prathik, Prathik. बताइए क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है आपको. देवी, I can't do that. आप बताइए क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. आप पेमेंट अपना मेथड सेलेक्ट कीजिए. क्या मेथड दिख रहा है आपको, बताइए. बताइए देवी, आई एम वेटिंग. क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है आपको. कोड अप्लाई हो गया सक्सेसफुली देवी. हाँ, तो कोड सक्सेस. company overview requires the expertise of qualified professionals as it gets involved a detailed analysis, as it involves a detailed analysis of the company history, its structure, philosophy, portfolio of products and services, client information, other about finance, human capital, technology. So just please remember, it's a very simple concept. Whenever you buy a product, please remember you're just not randomly, or you're just not buying the product in isolation, but you're also actually buying the image or the basic brand of the organization that is producing that product as well. Now, if you were given a choice to have a KFC burger and another burger which was a newly thing, you will most of the people will go in for a KFC, okay, or a McDonald's. Why? Because there is a big brand name, there is a big company behind it, and how it is, obviously it's a very big company, it's a conglomerate, it's a multinational company, and many more curious questions. A company overview is the most effective way to acquire business intelligence and gain vital information about a company, its businesses, their products, services, and processes, prospects. Okay, so obviously it's very natural for anyone to go ahead and find out about the company, what is its business, what are their products, which geographical areas they are spread across, what are their services, what are their processes, prospects, customers, suppliers, competitors, etc. However, a company overview requires the expertise of qualified professionals. Now, please remember, this is something that is done by qualified people. Okay, and it's very difficult maybe for you and me to actually do it, because a qualified person, an expert person, will know which areas he needs to tap in, which areas he needs to find information about, and which areas he can ignore it. As it involves a detailed analysis of the company history, its structure. Its structure means what's the team behind it, who's the managing director, the CEO, CFO, CEO, what is the management team all about, and this thing, because even that speaks a lot about a company and what it is meant to do. Okay, its philosophy, portfolio of products and services, clients, important information about finance. Okay, human capital, technological resources, marketing capabilities, etc. So all these are components of the detailed analysis of a company history, its structure, philosophy, portfolio of products and services. All right? Yes. So that's just an introduction about what do we mean by business organization. So please remember, whenever you buy a product from a business organization, you're not only buying the product, but you're buying the image and the brand value of that product, of the company that is providing that product or service as well. And you may have to pay a premium for that. All right? A normal burger might cost you rupees 10, but a KFC burger or a McDonald's burger will cost you rupees 80 or 100. Why? Because the business organization also is there behind it. Okay, and obviously they've done a lot of work to reach the position where they are. They have done a lot of work to reach the brand name where they are today. All right, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. All right, please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. I will be happy to answer you. Okay, let's proceed. Now, continuing with the introduction. In order to meet the needs in a competitive environment with many quick and accurate tools of the information age at their disposal, it becomes essential for business professionals, such as, okay, now these are the various tools that the business professionals who actually do a market analysis, to help them in that market analysis. Now, what are those tools? Budget analysis, financial analysts. Who are these professionals? Management analysts and market research analysts. So these are some of the professionals that help or have expertise in the areas of market research, okay, or market overview, which a normal person cannot do it. Okay, so that requires the expertise of a qualified professional. So who are these? Budget analysts, financial analysts, management analyst, market research analyst, and management analyst, okay, to analyze business practices, identify potential business problems, market requirements, and provide financial, marketing, or managerial solutions. So please remember, whenever there is any person trying to enter a market, or is any person trying to introduce a new product into the market, there is a need for such people who do a market analysis and get to know, identify potential business problems, market requirements, and provide financial, marketing, and managerial solutions to the various problems that they identify as part of their market research and analysis. Now let's look at each of these points in detail. Okay, A, budget analyst. Budget analyst helps companies and organizations to keep their finances on track. They prepare budgets, the plan of expenditure, and develop forecasts, future-oriented planning based on past expenditure and the economic trends. Budget analysts are vital to achieve financial goals, maintain profitability, and attain long-term growth. While they do not make financial decisions regarding budgets, their expertise is strongly valued by management leaders. Now, who are budget analysts? Now, let's discuss a little about that. Now, firstly, what do we mean by budgets? Can anyone tell me what do you mean by budgets? Now, see, a budget is simply an estimate of the various cash incomes and the cash expenditures that the company. I'm talking about a cash budget. Okay, there are various. You can make a budget for anything. You can make a budget for your printing and stationery. You can make a budget for your postage and courier. You can make a budget for your housekeeping expenses. You can make a budget for your security expenses. You can make a budget for what you want. Okay, so let's talk about a budgeted expenditure and P&L for a company. So budget simply means your estimated or expected expenditures that you're maybe estimating to incur during a particular year, or 6 months, 1 month, or whatever period you want. You can take that into action. So whatever period you want to prepare the budget, that is your choice. So let's, for discussion and argument's sake, let's take it as a budget for one year, or okay. So a company is planning to make a budget. So what does a budget analyst do? He will try and see what are the expenditures that the company incurs normally on this particular topic where a budget is created, and and he'll try and estimate and record all the costs pertaining to that particular activity. And then if there is any incomes as well pertaining to that activity, he will include those incomes as well. So budget analysts help companies and organizations to keep their finances on track. Finance means the money. All right, so please remember, if there is no budget, then there is no control on your expenditures. So let's take an example. Let's say there is a particular budget on a company for printing and stationery for rupees 10,000 per year. Okay, so what does that rupees 10,000 per year mean? 10,000 per year simply means that in a year the company is expected maximum to incur 10,000 rupees, or the company has allotted rupees 10,000 for the printing and stationery expenses for that year. So now the company is running, the employees go and take a lot of printouts, they take a lot of stationery and this thing and all that. So the budget reaches about 12,000 rupees. So in that case, what happens now? The actual expenditure has exceeded what the budget provided to you. So then the management asks question that, listen, I gave you a budget of 10,000 rupees, but you have exceeded it by 2,000 rupees. What is the reason? And then there is a sort of an inquiry done into it. There is a study done on it, and then if the reasons for that for spending more than the budget is actually valid, then the next year's budget is revised, and instead of 10,000, the company provides a budget of 12,000 or 13,000. Because see, there might be certain one-off cases that there was a big order and there were a lot of printouts, or there was a big order, there were a lot of things that the stationery that needed to be done. There was a new product that came in. So unless you have a budget, you really can't compare, right? Now just imagine if you didn't have a budget, then whether the printing and stationery expenses was 12,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, it would have been okay. You had nothing to compare it with, right? So then that is where the budget analysts come into the picture, they prepare budgets, the plan of expenditure, and develop forecast, future-oriented planning based on past expenditure and economic trends. Budget analysts are vital to achieve financial goals, maintain profitability, and attain long-term growth. While they do not make final decisions regarding budgets, their expertise is strongly valued by management leaders. Now, please remember, the budget analysts are not the final authority in making budgets. They will have their research, they will have done their inputs and everything, and then they provide all their suggestions and opinions to the management. And the management takes a decision on what the budget should include and what it should not include. Okay, so this is about budget analysts. Please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Yes, any questions? 30 seconds more and then we continue. Are we done? Okay, let's proceed. Now let's look at the second set of professionals. Who are the second set of professionals? They are the financial analysts. So we spoke about budget analysts. Now let's look at who is a financial analyst. Financial analysts are also called security analysts, equity analysts, investment analysts, or rating analysts. As the name suggests, they focus on investment and market. They offer advice on investment decisions for external or internal financial clients as a core part of the job. Financial analyst researches macroeconomic and microeconomic conditions along with the company fundamentals to make business sector and industry related recommendations. They also often recommend a course of action, such as to buy or sell a company stock based on its overall current and predicted strength. Okay, so now the second set of management professionals are financial analysts who helps to review a company or research about a company or analyze about a company. Financial analysts are also known as security analysts. Okay, securities means, please remember the term security means equity shares, preference shares, debentures or bonds issued by the companies or deposits issued by the companies. Okay, all these come under the term securities. Equity analysts, investment analysts or rating analysts. Now what do you mean by term? Security analyst means how safe the securities of a company is, how safe the equity shares, preference shares, debentures, deposits offered by the company are, and how good the company is in repaying them. Because obviously, if the company is not good in repaying them, then the security analyst will not give them a good review. He'll say it's a pretty risky investment. Repayment is a problem. Equity analyst means when the analyst who help in valuing equity shares of a company and tell the investors whether they should invest in that equity share of the company or not, and if they should invest in it, at what price they should invest in it. Investment analysts are again people who tell you which will be a lucrative investment, which particular domain if you invest you will make profits. Or rating analyst. Now rating analyst is a person who rates the company and its securities as to how safe the company is, how good the company is in terms of repayment and other things, and what sort of risks the company will face. They offer advice on investment decisions for external or internal financial clients as core part of the job. A financial analyst researches macroeconomic and microeconomic conditions along with company fundamentals to make business sector and industry related recommendation. They also often recommend a course of action, such as to buy or sell a company stock based upon its overall current and predicted strength. So that's what they do. They value a company and they give you investment and rating services as well. Then we come to the management analysts. They are the third set of professionals. What do management analysts do? Management analysts are also known as management consultants. They work with the heads of businesses to improve efficiency and consequently profitability. Alright, so now please remember, improve efficiency means improves efficiency in the internal processes of the company. So management consultants identify the various processes that are present in a company. Then they go through each of those processes, okay, and find out if there are any loopholes or any other things that need to be tightened there, because of which the company is incurring losses or not making the profits that it can. And then they help they give recommendations to the management that these are the problems you're facing, these are problems that are identified. So if you do this and these are the solutions, and if you plug in those holes, you can make a better profit or lower losses. Management consultant work on case basis, where they are presented with a problem set and they work to find viable solutions to it, both in terms of operations and finance. It is one of the most preferred job roles for professional graduates around the world. Unlike the other types of analysts listed in this section, management analysts are more likely to work as freelance consultants. Okay, so now see, please remember, for a management consultant, the entire organization is an opportunity. Now the management of the company needs to identify what's the problem or the area in which they think there is a problem and offer it to the management consultant where he will start his job. So let's take, for example, if a company is facing a very high attrition rate. Attrition rate means a lot of employees leave very fast. Within 1 year or 2 years of joining the company, they leave. So the company feels that, we hire people, we spend so much of money on training them, we spend so much of money on them and all that, and they don't even stick with us for about 2 years, 3 years or 4 years. So then that's the problem, because please remember, whatever the training that they incur on the employees, that is a cost for them. Okay, so after incurring all these costs, when it comes the time for the company to recover that money from the employees, the employees leave and go. So that is one problem that is faced by a lot of companies. So then a management consultant can be employed to find out that why the human resources thing about recruitment and this thing is facing a problem, and what are the problems and how it can be plugged in, so that the training cost and the recruitment cost that the company incurs can always come down. So that's when your management consultant comes into the picture. He will go through your entire HR function, your recruitment function, your training function, and this thing, have a survey or an interaction with the employees, try and see what are the problems they're facing. The employees who have left the companies, left the company already, try and understand why they left the company, what was the reason for them to leave the company, and this thing. And at the end of it, he will come up with a solution saying that, okay, this was the problem, and if the management takes these steps, then the problem can be solved. Okay, so that's another thing. And so then the management consultant can only give the recommendation or suggestion to the final client, that is the management. It is up to the management to listen to them or not. Okay, and among all the analysts that we've spoken about so far, budget analyst, financial analyst, management analyst is the only person who can work as a freelancer. That means as a private consultant, not in employment. Okay, please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please carefully go through this. Any questions, please ask. Please take about 2 minutes, go through this carefully. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask me. Take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Let me know when you're done, please. Okay, the last professional in terms of market research is the market research analyst. A market research analyst studies strengths and weaknesses of the organization in order to advise the company about the decisions to be taken to increase its market share and profitability. The study market conditions to examine potential trends of sales of a product or services. They help companies understand what products, what kind of features and quality in the product customers need, who will buy them and at what price. They offer an overview of the market and help the organization to compare itself with competitors and bring out changes and new products or lure more competition. Okay, so like this thing says, the market research analyst study strength and weaknesses of the organization. So let's say any company or an organization has a particular product. So what these market research analysts do is they study the product of the company and they find out what is the strength of the product as well as the weakness of the product as well as the organizations. Okay, a lot of organizations may have a strength of providing goods at a competitive price, but the weakness, that might be their strength, but the weakness might be there might be somewhere where they are compromising in terms of the quality of the product. Okay, so the market research analysts try and identify that even though your strength is your price, okay, but there is a particular quality feature that you are compromising on and which is not good. Okay, and then they give suggestions to the management about how to increase its market share and profitability. They study market conditions to examine potential trends of sales of a product or service. They help companies understand what products, what kind of features and quality in product customers need, who will buy them and at what price. They offer an overview on the market and help the organization to compare itself with its competitors and bring out changes in new products to lure more customers. Okay, and so what these guys do, like I said, they identify the opportunities, their strengths and the weaknesses, and then they compare the same products and services that are being provided by the competitors of the organization and then give suggestions to the company that if you do this, you will get a market share and profitability in this thing because this is what your competitors are also doing. And they are known as market research analysts. They are considered as experts because they are expected to have that kind of expert knowledge. All right, please take about a minute or two, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Anyone, any questions? Please take a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Take a minute more. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions? Okay. Now, company overview. How do we get a company overview and what is the methodology to get a company overview? Let's have a look at that. The basic idea behind this chapter is to sensitize you about the existence of business organizations and their importance in the overall economic system in India. It is believed that understanding an organization begins with understanding its history, its present and future. Likewise, the chapter shall flow you through various organizations, carefully picked to cover various industries of India that shall give you a brief knowledge about that particular organization or company. Alright, now please, now what does the first paragraph mean? The basic idea behind this thing is to sensitize you about the existence of business organizations and their importance. Now please remember the existence of business organizations is very important in the overall economic system of India. Right? Because if there are no business organizations, there would be no manufacturing, no development, no processes, no services, and hence the development of the country will be limited. So business organizations have to be there, and because it is important in the overall economic system of India. It is believed that understanding an organization begins with understanding its history as to how the organization came into the picture, what was it, what circumstances brought the organization into the picture, its present, what is the organization, what is its future prospects, what are the future projects that the organization is going to do, whether it's going up or whether it's coming down. So we need to look at all that. Likewise, this chapter will flow you through various organizations carefully picked to cover various industries in India that shall give you a brief knowledge about the particular organization or company, which we will see further in the slides. The methodology used is to cover major corporations from Nifty 50 that serve as pillars in the economy in various sectors. Nifty 50 is nothing else but your Nifty is your stock exchange, and Nifty 50 is it's a pool of the 50 top companies that are used to monitor the performance under the Nifty bracket. Okay, so that they serve as pillars of economy in the sectors. We just use terms like industry, organization, company, corporation, sector, and Nifty 50. Are these all the same? Is there any difference between these terms? So let's look at these terms one by one. Please remember, industry is a group of organizations or similar organizations. For example, Chevrolet cars, Tata cars, Maruti cars. All these are automobile organizations. So when all these automobile organizations come together, they are known as the automobile industry. Okay, a company could be again ABC Private Limited, CED Private Limited, DEC XYZ Private Limited. That is a company. A corporation could mean a multinational corporation which has a number of companies under its belt, like for example Hindustan Unilever, ITC. All these are huge corporations that have various smaller other companies and brands under their names, MNCs as well. Sector means the agricultural sector, automobile sector, information technology sector, the pharmaceutical sector. That means that area or that domain. And Nifty 50. Nifty 50 is a group of 50 top companies under the Nifty banner. Are these all the same? Definitely they are not the same, and there is a difference between all of them, which I just discussed with you. Please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask. Any questions? Please ask. Any questions? Please ask me. Okay, if you have no questions, it's been about continuous 1 hour of sessions. So let's take a break for about 5 to 7 minutes and then we continue. Okay, so it's 7:35. Let's take a break till about 7:40, 7:41. And I will be right here. You can go freshen up, have some water and come back. I'll also have some water. And let's come back here in about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, and we continue. Okay, take a break for about 2 or 3 minutes more and then come back. Okay, another 2 3 minutes, then come back. Come on, 2 more minutes. Come back. Come on, 2 more minutes. Come back. We'll continue. Take about 30 seconds more. Come on, come back. 30 seconds more, come back. Let's start off. Okay, let's continue. All right. So, continuing with this, a company overview of the methodology. Understand this: a company or corporation or an organization is one and the same. We use these words interchangeably. Further, industry and sector can also be used interchangeably, like we had told you about the automobile industry, automobile sector. Those can be used interchangeably. When we talk about a company, organization, corporation, we actually refer to a single company. Whereas when we talk about a group of companies in the same line of business, we talk to them about industries, right? So when there is a ABC Limited into automobiles, XYZ into automobiles, this thing we talk about single companies. When we talk about ABC and XYZ, it's the same. Then we talk about an industry, that is the automobile industry or the sector. For example, all companies working in real estate businesses are together known as real estate industry or real estate sector. Coming to Nifty 50, the very basis of this chapter is based on the Nifty 50. But what is Nifty 50? The Nifty 50 is the benchmark Indian Stock Exchange Index. It is one of the most recognized stock exchange in India. Means it is an indicator of performance that represents the weighted average of 50 largest Indian companies listed on the National Stock Exchange. Just like a thermometer indicates your body temperature, the Nifty 50 indicates the performance of the 50 largest companies whose shares are traded in the National Stock Exchange. So, in the NSE, there are thousands of companies. Among them, the top 50 companies are put together, grouped together, and that forms the Nifty 50. And that performance is measured. In this chapter, we shall study about some of the Nifty 50 companies and understand what to know about a company as a professional. Okay, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Take 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask me. Take another minute. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Take about 30 seconds more. Anyone, any questions? Anyone, any questions? All right, let's proceed. Further, you would observe that these companies are from different sectors, industries like coal industry, information technology industry, like for example Wipro, Infosys are from the information technology industry, export and import of natural resources, petroleum industry, Bharat Petroleum, Hindustan Petroleum, Indian Oil, banking industry, ICICI Bank, SBI, e-commerce industry, Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal. So all these, when similar companies or corporations are grouped together, then they are known as the industry or sectors. The information given in this chapter is representative in the sense that each organization is too big with large expanse of information to be fully covered here. Students are expected to have knowledge of the developments in the corporate world by reading financial papers or visiting the websites. A company overview will not usually look like. Okay, so let's look at the basic steps or the brief steps in a company overview. A company overview will usually include first is company introduction, what the company is into. So the company introduction means the company is called so and so, it was started in so and so year. What does the company do? The company deals in sunflower oil, or the company deals in information system softwares, or the company is a banking company and it's been so many years old. Then what is the philosophy of the company? Please remember that this is also a very important aspect that a lot of people pay attention to. What is the philosophy of the company? What is the long-term vision of the company and what is its mission? Vision and mission are two different things. Vision is something that is a very long-term thing, that a particular company visions to educate or every individual in the country. That is a vision. The mission is how it plans to do that. Okay, and so that is the difference between vision and mission. So then while we do a company overview, you'll have to look at the company introduction as to what is the name of the company, how old it is, what is the company into, what is its employees. Philosophy is what is the company's vision and mission. Company history, that means how long the company has been over the years, what are the changes that the company has happened, where was its first office, eventually today where is its office, and future where does it plan to do. So you'll have to cover that in your company history. Then the core management team, that is the top management. A brief profile of your top management will also have to be mentioned, like your MD, CEO, CFO, CEO, and other people who are your top management. Things about them or introduction about them will have to be given, that Mr. A is the MD, this is his qualification, this is his experience, and he's got experience in so and so domain, so and so knowledge. And about the top management, you'll have to find out everything about it. That is also included in the company overview. Portfolio of businesses, that is what are the various businesses and services that this particular organization provides. That means in terms of, let's take Hindustan Unilever, it provides soaps, it provides housekeeping equipments, it provides a lot of other things, products. So that portfolio of the various businesses, products and services that the company provides will also need to be given. Competitive scenario, and then who are the competition that the company is facing. For example, Thumbs Up faces competition from Pepsi. Pepsi faces from Thumbs Up and Coke. Okay, and Mirinda Mirinda faces maybe from Fanta, when now Fanta is not that much, but those are the competitors. Okay, like for example, Dell faces from IBM and HP, and Asus faces from HP. So you will also have to find out what is the various competition that the company is facing and how it can affect the company. That is a threat, okay, a threat and an opportunity. And then the financial performance, the past performance of the company, the how the company has been performing in the past, profits or losses, what's the turnover, and how it will do so in the future as well. So these are important aspects that are covered in the company overview. Okay, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Please take about 2 more minutes. Please take 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask me. Take a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Please ask. Let's wait. Let's wait for another 30 seconds. Okay, now let's continue with this. We can analyze a company through above information and gain an in-depth understanding of competing companies and the key players in the different areas of business. With the detailed company profile, we will be able to get an insight into its competitors, trends, weakness, strategies, and performance. Armed with this information, we will be able to identify and analyze the business areas that need immediate attention by the company's top management. Okay, so now see, these are the previous the brief guidelines on the information: company introduction, philosophy, company history, core management team, portfolio of businesses, competitive scenario, financial performance, etc. With this information, we can analyze a company and gain an in-depth understanding of competing companies. So with this information, we can also get an understanding of what the competing companies are and what they do, and the key players in the different areas of business. With the detailed company profile, we will be able to get an insight into its competitors, strengths, weakness, strategies, and performance. Okay, so with all that information, like we saw in the previous slide, introduction, profile, history, and other things, we can get a detailed insight into its competitors, strengths, weakness, strategies, and performance. Armed with this information, we will be able to identify and analyze the business areas that need immediate attention by the company's top management. Okay, so basically, with all that information, when we get it, when we put it in a very systematic manner and try to make sense out of it, and then we will arrive at certain conclusions or ideas that can be presented to the top management for them to take strategic decisions. Print, electronic, and social media is all important these days. It is the first thing that greets us in the morning. One gets awareness about what is happening in parts of the business world and its environment. Business news focus primarily on market or policy news as it is relevant to business. Owners, economists, financiers, public policy makers, business analysts, professors, researchers, and students. So this is more about what is the information and how do we get it. Today, less and less people are using newspapers, and everything is available in digital form on the mobile phones. Be it news, be it anything, entertainment, anything. So people use that medium to keep themselves updated. And you have normal news and you have business news. Business news focuses primarily on market or policy news as it is relevant to business. Owners, economists, financiers, public policy makers, business analysts, professors, researchers, and students. Similarly, there are very popular global magazines that rank companies based on various parameters. One of the most influential magazines to do so is Forbes. Forbes comes out with an annual ranking of top performing companies every year. Another very popular ranking is Fortune 500 rankings done by Fortune magazine. We have mentioned the ranking. So basically, this is another source where you can get all this information from in terms of a company overview. You can get it from global magazine like Forbes and Fortune 500, as well as you can get it from your print media or digital media. The news, that's what gives you all the information, and similarly, information about company overviews also can be provided to you. Please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take about 2 minutes more. Read it carefully. Any questions you have, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Take about another minute. Any questions? Okay, then continuing. Several events take place in the environment on daily basis that influence the business environment and economy at large and give rise to trends, issues, and expectations. Such events help in the form of. Okay, now several events take place in the environment on a daily basis. That is the internal and external environment that influence the business environment. Okay, and economy at large and give rise to trends, issues, and expectations. Such events happen in the form of A. Positive and negative business events happening in domestic as well as global markets and how they impact companies and their businesses. Okay, now what is positive and negative business events? What could be a positive business event? Launching of a new product or a new geographical area. And a negative business means business is going bankrupt. That is a negative business event happening in domestic as well as global markets. So if there is any big player in the global market or in the domestic market that actually goes bankrupt and closes operations, that is a big negative business event that will impact all the similar business events globally and how they impact companies and their businesses. Second one, government's economic and social policies and their performance. Also not to forget the announcement of new policies. Please remember, government from time to time keeps providing and announcing new economic and social policies and their performance, and also announcement of new policies for the betterment of the society. There are certain harsh policies that the government makes, but then overall it aims to do it for the betterment of the society. So those events also have an impact on the business environment, and economy at large. Performance of different sectors of economy on the contemporary measures of growth and development. Like we spoke about the different sectors: pharmaceutical sector, automobile sector, insurance sector, IT sector. So performance of the different sectors of the economy on the contemporary measures of growth and development, that is also an important event that affects the environment as a whole. Okay. Economic conditions. Economic conditions, indications or factors. Economic conditions or factors and their involvement with positive or negative impact on the different companies and their businesses. Now, economic conditions, indicators or factors and their movement with positive or negative impact on the different companies and their business. That is also an important event that information that needs to be collected about it. Stock market movements, their performance and fluctuations in share price of companies or group of companies. So every day on an NSE and BSE in India and various countries have their own recognized stock exchanges. So even the performance of the stock market movements, their performance and fluctuations in share prices of companies or groups of companies need to be studied to understand more about the company. These are all vital sources of information about a company. Okay, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Okay, so we just spoke about several events take place in the environment on daily basis that influence the business environment and economy at large and give rise to trends, issues, and expectations. So, what are those events? Positive and negative business events, government economic policies, performance of different sectors of the economy. Please remember, even the performance of the different sectors in the economy has a impact on a particular business environment. Okay, economic conditions, indicators on factors and other movements with positive or negative impact on different companies and their business. Stock market movements, their performance and fluctuations in share prices of companies or group of companies. So these are all very, very important events that impact a company. Please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask me. Please take 2 minutes, go through this carefully. Any questions? Please ask. Any questions? Please ask. Take about a minute more. Any questions? Please ask. Okay, then let's move on to some more events. Mergers and acquisition of business, joint ventures, consortiums, future endeavors of future companies. The merger and acquisitions. Merger, what do you mean by merger? A merger is when two similar companies or two companies come together and form a third company. That is known as a merger. That means company X and company Y come together to form a company Z. That is a merger. Acquisition means when company X takes over company Y, or when company Y takes over company X, that is known as a merger. Joint ventures means when company X and Y together form a company XY and for a particular venture, and they carry on their activities and then they decide to share the profits. That is a joint venture. And then we have consortiums. Consortiums means a group of companies together. A large group of companies are also known as consortiums. Future endeavors of different companies. So what are the future plans? Growth plans, disinvestment plans, demerger plans, merger plans, whatever are the plans of different companies, those also have an important event or impact on business organizations. Then companies going global through export or import, opening subsidiary companies or direct investment in foreign market. So if a particular company is going global, that means it's getting into the import or export business or opening subsidiary companies or direct investments in foreign markets. then similar companies in the local market may also think about doing something like that. And their plans, the company's plans of going import and export on starting subsidiaries in other companies, gives a lot of information, valuable information about what the company's plans are and what it plans to do. Domestic and global markets changing or shifting from one sector to another. Now, if there is any shift in the domestic or global markets from one sector to another, that is another important event that affects the business environment. For example, now we are talking about more privatization in the insurance sector. Right now it is 49%, but there are talks about making it 74% or 75%. That is another domestic changing or shifting from one sector to another. New markets emerging across the globe. So if there are new markets, let's say the particular product which was not open to a particular country now suddenly is open to that particular country. That means new markets emerging across the globe, and that is an important event affecting a business. Advertisement, tenders, expression of interest, and other important announcements. So much happens every minute in the business world that unless we keep ourselves abreast of these changes, we cannot adjust ourselves to them or more with time successfully. That is important for a chartered accountancy student to grasp the business news on a regular basis. So like we saw in the previous session, that business environment is dynamic and it keeps changing from time to time. There is a constant change. Alright, so a person who deals in the business environment needs to constantly update himself and keep himself abreast of the latest news. And this is important for chartered accountancy students to grasp the business news on a regular basis. Okay, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take another minute. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute more. Any questions you may have, please ask me. Any questions? Please ask. All right, let's move on. Now, while reading the chapter, you may have come across some important designations given to leadership teams of given organizations. Given below our list for quick response. Now, let's look at certain important designations which is most widely used in companies. Okay, now what are the designations? Chairman, the person who owns a major portion of the company and is at the topmost level of the management. Okay, normally, see, our chairman is of course a top management, so he's a person who normally owns a major portion of the company and is at the topmost level of the management. And the chairman may also mean a person who chairs the meetings of the directors of the company or the shareholder. Obviously, the person has to have a major portion in the company and is at the topmost level of the management. A CEO, a Chief Executive Officer. Now, who is a Chief Executive Officer? In the operations department. He is the leader of all departments, takes future-oriented decisions and leads to overall management of the company. A CEO is involved or is responsible for the growth and the proper functioning of the company. So basically, he's the leader of all the departments. He takes future-oriented decisions and leads the overall management of the company. Then you have the managing director, that is MD, or the CMD, Chief Managing Director. Okay, or a CMD could also mean chairman and managing director. A lot of companies use this terminology differently. Okay, so who is a MD or a CMD? A person who is a part of the board of directors and is concerned with ensuring that the decisions of board of directors are being implemented. However, in government companies, managing director may act as CEO, and sometimes the same person may act as CEO and MD. Okay, so in a private limited company, it is not mandatory for you to elect a managing director. Hi Anup, how are you? Okay, in a private limited company, it is not important for you, mandatory for you to appoint a managing director, and there can be just 2 directors. Okay, but in a public limited company, it becomes mandatory for you to appoint a managing director, and the same managing director may also be a CEO, and sometimes the person may act as both the CEO and the MD. Okay, so it depends. Private limited companies is pretty relaxed in that way. Director. Now, a director is the head of operations, could be some specific department or the organization as a whole, and he reports to the CEO. However, in government companies, even directors may act as CEO. CFO is Chief Financial Officer. Okay, so there are various directors of the company also, like they have director marketing, they have director sales, director finance, director operations, and all these guys are basically heads of particular departments, but they all report to the CEO, because as we saw earlier, the CEO is the leader of all departments and takes future-oriented decisions and leads the overall management of the company. Then we have the Chief Financial Officer. Now, Chief Financial Officer reports directly to the CEO. As the name suggests, this person is the head of the finance function, right? For the entire organization. Most of the organizations have chartered accountants at the CFO. So once we become chartered accountants in any corporates, the most of the times the maximum level we can reach in an organization is the CFO level. That is the top in the finance function. Normally for a person to become a CEO or an MD of the company, then it becomes that you also require an additional qualification of an MBA or something from a good university. Otherwise, as a chartered accountant, you can reach the topmost finance position in a company, which is CFO, and mind you, it is very well paying. Okay, being a CFO in a top company is very well paying. So these are few of the designations that are modernly used in most of the companies. There are various other designations as well, but these are few of the designations that are used in companies. Please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Carefully read it. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Take a minute more, carefully go through this. Let me know once you're done, please. Take a minute. Any questions you have, please ask me. Let me know once you're done, please. Another 30 seconds. All right. Okay. So let's look at an overview of selected Indian companies. Okay. So let's try and get some company review. So Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited. Now let's look at the incorporation, the history of the company. The incorporation year was 1998. The ownership group is Adani Group. The headquarters is Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. The present head or the managing director is Gautam Bhai Shantilal Adani. The chief executive officer, CEO, who's in charge for the management of the company is Karan Gautam Bhai Adani, and the chief financial officer is Rakesh Shah. So now here we are looking at an overview of selected Indian companies. So Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone is quite a big company. It's a huge company. Okay, and that is why we are looking at some data about the company. That means its incorporation year was 1998. The ownership group is Adani Group. That means it is part of the Adani conglomerate. Headquarters is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Present MD is Gautam Bhai Shantilal Adani. Chief Executive Officer is Karan Gautam Bhai Adani, and Chief Financial Officer is Rakesh Shah. So note, by looking at this itself, you can get a little idea about the company. Okay, and if you read the name of the company, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited, you will also get an idea about what are the functions or the business of the company. Please take a minute, go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. All right, any questions? Okay, let's move on. Now, company introduction. We are talking about that company itself, right? APSEZ, that is Adani Ports and SEZ Limited, represents a large network of ports with India's largest SEZ at Mundra. SEZ means Special Economic Zone. Now, what do you mean by Special Economic Zone? Now, please remember, Special Economic Zone or SEZs are certain special designated areas in the country that are treated as foreign lands for the purpose of exports. And the main benefits of exports in India is that whenever there is any export, there is no indirect taxes that are levied on any exports. That is, when service tax used to be there, central excise used to be there. If any goods are being exported, then there was no tax that was levied on them. So special economic zones are treated as a foreign land for the purpose of any supply. So if any goods are supplied to an organization which is located in an SEZ, there will be no indirect tax. There will be no GST on it currently. Okay, so APSEZ port business is integral to its logistics business. Ports. So like the name says, it is about ports, shipping, logistics, movement or transportation of goods through ships. Is integral to its logistics business and is India's largest private port operator with presence across 10 countries. Now please remember, we are having a look at the company overview. Okay, ports and terminals. APSEZ operates ports in Mundra, Dahej, Hazira, Dhamra and Kattupalli, and terminals in Murmugao, Visakhapatnam, Tuna Tekra, Encore Container Terminal and Vizhinjam Port are under construction. So here are the various areas from which the APSEZ operates from. Okay, industrial land, SEZ, DTA, and DTA means domestic tariff area, FT, WZ. Mundra is home to India's only port-led multi-product SEZ. Mundra has accrued advantages of an efficient private seaport, logistical connectivity, economic benefits, and affiliated infrastructure, thereby offering excellent investment opportunities for diverse business. So this is a little about the business, about the industrial business, about the APSEZ. Please take about a minute. Go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask. Please take 2 minutes. Any questions? Please ask me. Take about a minute more. Okay, then let's continue. Logistics. Now it's talking about the nature of business. Logistics. Seamless multimodal logistics solutions are provided right to and fro from the customer's premises. Our inland container depots help ports expand their hinterland connectivity, while our private rakes and strategic alliances help in seamless pan-India cargo movement. Okay, so now we are talking about a little bit about the logistics business of APSEZ. Okay, our APSEZ is Adani Ports and SEZ Limited. What does it provide? It provides seamless multimodal logistic solutions. Multimodal means a lot of through a lot of multi modes. It could be land, it could be sea, it could be air. Provided right to and from the customer's premises. Our inland container depots help ports expand their hinterland connectivity, while our private rakes and strategic alliances help in seamless pan-India cargo movement. Now, please remember, what are we doing here? We are doing a company profile, or we're doing a company analysis. Business in news. Now let's look at when was APSEZ in news. APSEZ is ranked 1754th on Forbes' world's largest public corporations list in 2020. That means among the world's top largest public corporations, APSEZ stands at 1754th. Okay, that's not too bad. APSEZ ranked 276 on Forbes' best world employer. So basically a lot of parameters which the Forbes list considers in order to decide on the world's best employer list. So in 2019, APSEZ ranked 276th on the Forbes world's best employers list. In March 2019, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited, APSEZ as it's called, India's largest private port operator, recorded cargo movement of more than 200 million metric tons. Well, that's a lot of cargo. Okay, it became India's first port operator to achieve the milestone and fifth in the world. Okay, that's some very impressive news about APSEZ. So this is again a thing about the company overview. Okay, please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Please take about 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask me. All right. Any questions? Anyone? All of you watching this session, any questions on this? Please ask me. Please take another minute, go through this. Any questions you may have, please ask me. Anyone? Any questions on whatever we've done so far under business and commercial knowledge? Please ask me if you have any questions. Any questions, anyone? Okay, in case you have no questions, then we will be ending today's session with this. Okay, I hope you found the session useful, and we will be continuing tomorrow at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8:30 on another topic on business and commercial knowledge. So thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Any questions on this, you may ask me. Any questions, anyone? Yes? Before we can wind up, does anyone have any questions? Okay, if not, thank you so much. And I will see you all soon again, tomorrow at 6:30. Thank you so much. Take care and good night.